What's up, YouTube? I'm Cory, and welcome to my channel, Let's Talk with Cory. But before I get into today's reaction video, wherever you are in the world today, I mean wherever you are in the world today, I really do hope you're having a great day. Let me pause and give a shout out to my subscribers. Whether you've been with me since day one or you're checking in for the very first time, thank you for your support. Jimbo Fisher has been fired at Texas A&M, and the AD says it's time to move in a new direction. The program's been in neutral. So I'm going to read an article from ESPN about the recent firing which happened Sunday morning to Jimbo Fisher. And it says here, Texas A&M AD fired Jimbo Fisher because the program was stuck in neutral. College Station says athletic director Ross Bork on Sunday night said it was his decision to fire football coach Jimbo Fisher earlier in the day, saying that the program was stuck in neutral. Bork said he called interim Texas A&M president Mark Welsh after the Aggies lost to Ole Miss on November 4th and asked to meet. The assessment that I delivered was that we are not reaching our full potential, Bork said at a news conference. We are not in the championship conversation, and something was not quite right about our direction and plan. We should be relevant on the national scene. In Fisher's first 3 seasons in College Station, the Aggies were 26-10 and finished number 4 in 2020, the second highest ranking ever for the program after the 1939 national championship. That's a long ass time. Over the past 3 seasons, Texas A&M is 19-15, including an active 9-game road losing streak that is tied for the program's longest since the AP poll began in 1936. Since Fisher's first full recruiting class in 2019, Texas A&M has signed 70 ESPN 300 players, the 4th most in FBS behind Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State, who have each played in at least one national championship game over that span. The Aggies were credited with the #1 recruiting class in 2022. Now, so guys, now think about that. He has the best class coming in 2022, and obviously there's been probably very little development, but again, that's my opinion, and my opinion don't mean nothing. But with all the changes that's coming up and the realignments of obviously the conferences overall, with Texas and Oklahoma coming to the SEC, I wouldn't put all my money on it, but I'll be willing to bet that they start talking about next year. And Steve Sarkisian beating that next year. And now, hey, they can't wait to get a new coach in there. So why start later? They need to start now and get Jimbo on out of there so they can figure out who's going to be the hot man coming in to take the damn Aggies to the promised land. All right, I digress. It continues. There was something just not clicking to provide confidence for everyone in the program, Bork said. You have to adapt. You have to evolve. I'm not going to say whether he did or didn't, but it didn't work. Fisher's A&M tenure ends with a 45-25 record over 6 seasons and no appearances in the SEC championship game. Bork said he and Welch met with Fisher inside Kyle Field just before 9 a.m. before breakfast on Sunday and informed the coach that they were making an immediate change, as well as dismissing Mark Robinson, Fisher's associate athletic director for football. Bork said the conversation was quick and cordial. Steps toward removing Fisher began on a Board of Regents meeting Thursday. So he was fired before the weekend, guys. I mean, unofficially. It says sources told ESPN Pete Thamel an executive session included a 4-hour discussion, much of which was dedicated to Fisher's future. I'll just say there was a robust conversation. I'll just leave it at that, Bork said. But there was no vote. This was my decision to the president and Chancellor John Sharp, and that was the end of our decision-making process. Defensive line coach Elijah Robinson, who Bork said has the respect of the players, will serve as interim coach, with coordinators Bobby Petrino and DJ Durkin continuing their roles. I expect him to really rally around Coach Robinson and finish the season strong, Bork said. Fisher's dismissal is expected to cost the school more than $76 million to buy out his contract. Wow. And did he get a pay raise? Anyway, Let me continue. Nearly triple the highest known previous coaching contract buyout at a public school. According to this contract, Fisher is owed $19.2 million within 60 days and then $7.2 annually through 2031. That's 8 years, y'all. There is no offset or mitigation on those payments, and the annual payments start 120 days after termination. Bork said the athletic department and the 12th Man Foundation, Section 503c3 charitable organization that is the university fundraising arm for the athletics, will cover the costs. Boy, A&M pockets is deep. Lane Kiffin, you going? Are you one of the hot names? Let me not start no controversy. Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, SEC. Hey man, stay where you at. Says the finances are monumental. Bork said, let me be very clear in this next part. Texas A&M Athletics and the 12th Man Foundation will be the sole sources of the necessary funds covering these transition costs. When asked if he expected to be on the hook for the entire buyout, Bork said there would be different parameters in the contract language. Those mechanics will be worked out as soon as we touch bases with this representation, Bork said, referring to Fisher's agent, Jimmy Sexton. Fisher was initially given a 10-year, $75 million fully guaranteed contract in December of 2017 when the Aggies hired him from Florida State, where he had won a national championship following the 2013 season. His buyout is so large because he was given a 4-year extension in August of 2021, like I said. That raised his annual salary from $7.5 to $9 million and pushed his contract through 2031. That's an institutional decision, but I take responsibility, Bork said. I knew what was coming in the marketplace later that fall when LSU gave Brian Kelly a 10-year, $95 million deal, among other large contracts. So I knew that it was the right decision at the time because that's the information we had. Clearly, it didn't work out. Hell no, it didn't work out. AD, it didn't. And let's hope that whatever you guys decide, and whoever you guys decide to go after to bring in, man, they got to start winning now. Because it could cost you your job. But that's my opinion. My opinion don't mean nothing. We have a lot of new revenue coming our way too, but we also have to manage expenses. Bork said there's a lot of things within even the football budget that we've got flexibility on where we can still be at a high level, but we can also spend a lot less, but we can be a championship funded program. We're going to adjust all that. There is a set list of traits that Bork said he's looking for during the Aggie search for the next coach. Let me go through these. Who has a program that has to include someone with program who has program identity, great interpersonal skills, and a track record of player development, commitment to academics, and a strong recruiting background with solid organizational skills. With the transfer portal opening December 4th, Bork said that it will be a key date as the program transitions to a new coach. It's not ideal, Bork said, but also not unique in the modern day of college football, especially given the transfer portal world, signing day, and all those dynamics that played into it. Bork, who has been in College Station 5 years, said he's not deterred in his goal of making the Aggies into a national title contender. The ingredients for a championship are here, Bork said. Aggies want to do it the right way and deserve excellence in everything we do. Onward we go. All right. So, guys, I'm going to end it there. Okay? The proof is in the pudding. You see what's going on. These guys were ready to part ways at any cost. Okay? At any cost to move forward without Jimbo Fisher at the helm for their football program. And so, guys, you leave a comment. What's your thoughts about the Jimbo Fisher firing? And I mean, hey, Jimbo Fisher's going to land on his feet. I mean, he's going to be obviously 70 million plus richer without even having to have a coaching job. So we know he's going to be all right. Now, would he go to another program? I mean, or take a break or become an analyst? Hey, it's only time will tell. But as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. Let's talk with Cory. Let's talk with Cory out.